And right now, Trump is that toddler. And he wants nothing short of complete obedience and constant adulation for everyone to say they love him and praise him and tell him he's the best president ever. And it'll never be obsequious enough or vigorous enough. He'll always want more and punish and humiliate even those who do comply. Just ask Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and all the black Republicans who went to the mat for Trump during the campaign only to get snubbed as he builds his administration. He will always reward weakness with more humiliation. And that includes foreign leaders like Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who went to Mar-a-Lago last month to kiss the ring, behaving like Trump was already president, which he's not. And how does Trump reward him? By publicly mocking Trudeau on his social media site, once again calling Trudeau the governor of the great state of Canada. Joining me now is Tim O'Brien, senior executive editor of Bloomberg Opinion and MSNBC political analyst. And I have to tell you, this Trudeau thing really bothered me. Let me just put up this tweet that Trudeau posted on, why is he still on X Twitter? But he posted this tweet of himself. Look at me next to Donald. Look, what is he doing? When will people learn, Tim, that emasculating yourself before Trump, as Ted Cruz did, as so many have done, doesn't help and just makes him worse?
And it's also, a reminder, Joy, that he has been this way forever. He came up, as you know, and as I know, and we've talked many times, at the knee of Roy Cohn, who taught him how to weaponize the legal system. And he's learned that you don't necessarily need to go to court, and you don't necessarily need to ultimately break people if they're scared enough in the first innings of any action you take to capitulate, whether they're politicians, members of the business community, members of the media, members of Congress, or members of the judiciary. And we can pull down examples of each and every one of these institutions and some of their leading members deciding in advance that the safest way and the most productive way to deal with Donald Trump is to kiss the ring. And we see example after example of, once they do that, he then shames them in public.
Yes.
And he is not ultimately delivering on some of the things they want. And he does it to the people he even holds close to them. I mean, think about how many days was it after RFK Jr. got nominated, for HHS, and there was a picture of him eating fast food with Don Jr. and Donald on the presidential plane. Eat your food, take your punishment. And for Trudeau, who you set up in your previous clip in the introduction of this segment, his own government is fractured because of this. And he could very well be out of a job because of this. So I do think that people in the near term right now are petrified. They're not sure how to respond to the fact that Trump was reelected again, other than to capitulate. But they should keep, I think, their eyes on the prize.